I've entitled this series, The Loveliest Place. That comes from a theologian who recently wrote a book called The Loveliest Place on Earth about the church. And you might be thinking, the church, the loveliest place? This guy hasn't traveled much. Right? Has he been to the Lake District? Has he seen the sun setting in the Grand Canyon? Has he been to the beach recently? This guy clearly hasn't been to a church recently, right? I have been. They're full of sinners, division and discord and denominations and deconstruction. How can he say the church is the loveliest place on earth? The church is the loveliest place on earth. The church is the place where people who have been saved by the compassionate grace and mercy of God come together to sing His praises and to call others to follow Him. And that's a beautiful thing. The church is beautiful because God is beautiful and His fingerprints are all over it. The church is beautiful because it's a testimony to who God is. And when God describes His church in the New Testament, He describes this church through pictures, metaphors, comparison. Think of what we call the church, the bride of Christ, the body of Christ, the family of God, the temple of God, the vine that is cultivated by the loving farmer, the flock that is shepherded by the King of Kings. See, when God sees the church, He sees something that He finds beautiful. Let me just ask you, when you think of church, do you think beauty?